Yes, so my people, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all. Welcome back to Gospel News, where we keep you updated with the latest info. And as he take the go, the president is sleeping on a bicycle. And I want to play you a particular informative video here that says that if President Bola Tinubu is not careful, the military will take over. And at the north, now in the northern part of the country, Nigeria, has warned President Tinubu that the military may take over the country at any given time if he's not careful because of the rising cost of living, inflation, and the hunger in the society. The North sends warning to Tinubu and Milokan government over the hardship, hunger, high cost of living, food shortages, and etc. Dollar is 1,700 naira to the naira and moving up, and the naira is crashing at every given point on daily basis. So I'm going to be taking you on that. And they say that people are no longer affording this beer. Beer is no longer affordable. Hardship. Many citizens can no longer afford beer. Nigerian breweries records 153 billion naira loss. That's just in how many days, because people will run away from this beer. I think people are now going to be patronizing the local palm wine. That's a good move there. Go and buy palm wine and drink. I think that should be cheaper. And those who are coining the palm wine should make sure that they make it in quantum so it can be distributed across the country. And I think it's even healthier than the beer. Tinubu is sleeping on a bicycle while the military is planning on the other hand. Now watch this video.
There is an unexpected message from the former military administrator, Ibrahim Babangida, and he's saying that if President Bola Tinubu is not careful, there'll be a military takeover. What do you take on that?
Hey, sir, the chickens are coming home to roost. Did I not tell you that Tinubu is in hostage? He's being held in bondage.
Why would you say you keep saying he's in hostage, but did he not know most of these challenges when he said he wanted to be the president?
Wait, they laid a minefield for Tinubu. You can see all the local leaders who could not talk when Brewery was there. You can see how they are now breathing down on the neck of Tinubu. Unfortunately, his kinsmen cannot even rise up to the occasion.
A couple of his kinsmen are actually chastising him.
Who are who?
They're chastising him. They're complaining.
They cannot defend him. No. Because when Brewery was there, he was the one that created this problem for him. Everything that Tinubu is doing in office now was created by Brewery. Meanwhile, nobody has been able to call Brewery out. That is why I'm worried. I am so, in fact, I'm disappointed by local leaders telling us that it is not their Biku, this and that. Why did they carry that Biku when Brewery was there? Look at all the things Brewery did in office. Esther, don't look at, you can see that we have...
I don't hear I'm saying don't finally read now. Information reaching our table says that the president himself does not have any blueprint on how to govern Nigeria, that he's clueless. In Asorok, former APC campaign director, they tell us this one, no APC. He said, Tinubu admitted to me he had no blueprint on how to govern Nigeria. And I be this one who say no waiting good do inside the country, who say the country is moving on autopilot. Very quickly, let's take a look at that before you bring you more of videos on this. Tinubu admitted to me that he had no idea on how to govern Nigeria, no blueprint at all. A former campaign director of the All Progressive Congress Presidential Campaign Council, Hajia Najatu Muhammad, has claimed President Tinubu told her he did not have any plans on how to rule Nigeria before the 2023 general elections. Mrs. Muhammad said this while explaining what led to her resignation from the ruling party before the election on a live program on AIT News seen by Sahara reporters on Twitter. I'm going to be playing you that particular video. It will interest you to hear what this woman said. This woman was the one who spoke up during the election period when Tinubu wanted to offer her a position, and she boldly questioned him on what he was going to do for the northern part of the country, but Tinubu had no clue on what he was going to do. So the woman did not take up the position that she was being offered. Now, in continuation, she noted that at one of their meetings in London prior to the polls, that is prior before the elections, President Tinubu told her that the blueprint for his rule of the country would be drafted after the election, which made her question the president's competence. She said, "Then I saw a message saying that Asiwaju wants to talk to you around 11 p.m. So I gave them a reply. I am waiting. Immediately they saw my text. So they called me back and Asiwaju called me. He said, I respect your stance on not accepting the appointment. I said, yes, sir, because I can't be a zombie." So there are people who still be like me. "I just can't follow you because you said I should follow you. Let me know what you have for us in up north. Because if I made a mistake on Brewery with you, the truth is written on the horizon. So I have to know what you have for us." He said he was in London, that if I could, I should come over. He offered to buy me a ticket. I said, "No, sir, I can afford a ticket." And then he said, "Can I get a hotel for you?" I said, "Yes, that will appreciate. That I will appreciate." I took the next Lufthansa to London. I saw him that same night and we sat. And I said, "Sir, the reason why I'm not accepting your appointment is because I don't know what you have for us up north. Because in the north, every single person is either waiting to be killed or kidnapped. We can't go on like this. What is your blueprint for us?" He told me that he doesn't have anything for us. I said, you mean, sir, you don't have a blueprint?" He said, "I can't have a blueprint because if I have a blueprint, I'll be stepping on too many toes and they might even kill me." This was what he said. I said, "But sir, how can you rule without a blueprint?" He said, "I will only make a blueprint after winning the elections." I said, "There will be a lot of distractions after winning the elections. You have to keep your eyes on the ball." He said, "Well, you know what? If you have anything you want me to put in my manifesto, then please bring it." I told him that I have elders. We have a network for national salvation. I have our elder. I will go meet him in Paris the next day. The next day I left for Paris. I didn't get to see him, but we came back to London. We sat and we already had up a template. So he gave me something. We took something about the Almajiri, because the Almajiri is really a menace to us up north. They have been used to cannon fodder. And when you have able-bodied men that are doing nothing in their millions, you will always get a problem. I told him about that. I wrote about that. I wrote about agriculture. I wrote about security and so many other things. Till date, I have not been allowed to see Asiwaju to even give it to him. Oh, I don't see the manifesto that the woman wrote about to give to Tinubu, that is clueless. She has not been able to deliver it to him till date. Now watch the woman speak.
Normally, I don't pick my calls at night. But then I saw a message saying that Asiwaju wants to talk to you around 11 p.m. So I gave them a reply. I'm waiting. Immediately they saw my text, they called me back. And Asiwaju called me. He says, "Hajia," I said, "Sir." He said, I respect your stance on not accepting the appointment. I said, "Yes, sir, because I can't be a zombie. I just can't follow you because you said I should follow you. Let me know what you have for us up north. Because if I made a mistake on Buhari, with you, the truth is written on the horizon. So I have to know what you have for us." He said he's in London, that if I can, I should go over. He offered to buy me a ticket. I said, "No, sir, I can afford a ticket." And then he said, "Can I get a hotel for you?" I said, "Yes, that I will appreciate." I took the next Lufthansa to London. I saw him that same night, and we sat. And I said, sir, the reason why I'm not accepting your appointment is because I don't know what you have for us up north. Because in the north, every single person is either waiting to be killed or kidnapped. We can't go on like this. What is your blueprint for us? He told me that he doesn't have anything for us. I said, you mean, sir, you don't have a blueprint? He said, I can't have a blueprint because if I have a blueprint, I'll be stepping on too many toes and they might even kill me. This was what he said. I said, but sir, how can you rule without a blueprint? He said, I will only make a blueprint after winning the elections. I said, there will be a lot of distractions after winning the elections. You have to keep your eyes on the ball. He said, well, you know what? If you have anything you want me to put in my manifesto, then please bring it. I told him that I have an elders. We have a network for national salvation. I have our elder. I'll go meet him in Paris the next day. The next day, I left for Paris. I didn't get to see him, but we came back to London. We sat, and we already had a template. So he gave me something. We took something about the Almajiri, because the Almajiri is really a menace to us up north. They have been used as cannon fodder. And when you have able-bodied men that are doing nothing, in their millions, you will always get a problem. I told him about that. I wrote about that. I wrote about agriculture. I wrote about security and so many other things. Till date, I have not been allowed to see Asuwaju, to even give it to him. Then I called one of his hangers-on, Ibrahim Masari. Ibrahim Masari, I called him. I said, look, I have this template. What happens? I need to see Asuwaju to give this to him. He said, well, I'm sorry, Hajia, you are late because the manifesto has already been completed. Nasir El-Rufai has given us what the North needs, and according to him, all the North needs is state police. I know Nasir is a very brilliant and patriotic person. There is no way that anyone can tell me that Nasru will do such a thing, Nasru El-Rufai. But in any case, I was still being patient. Then we started at the campaign council. We've never been invited for any meeting. We've never been invited for any rally. And I have transcended, going to show my face. I can't. We have an appointment with destiny. We have an appointment with prosperity. I can't be condescending. I tried to be patient. In fact, I wrote my letter of resignation over a month ago. But for somebody that I still have so much respect for, that I went to tell him that, look, I'm resigning from the APC. He said, why? Because I said, one, after having sat with Asuwaju told me that he doesn't have an agenda or a blueprint for any of our problems. He told me this. And then secondly, I have also tried for 3 months to get our northern elders, opinion molders that are in the APC to come together and go en bloc to Asuwaju to put our requests. I saw the Lagos Chamber of Commerce giving him their request. But these our northern elders in the APC, for 3 months I was shuttling from one person to the other for us to even sit and come up with an agenda for the North. They refused to sit. So it's like in the APC, it's each to himself. It's each, what do I get? I have never in my life done anything for money. I'm a businesswoman. I don't do politics for the sake of politics or to get anything. I was born into a political family. My father was Nepo. My husband was killed, assassinated. I have seen so much because of his views. I have been poisoned. I was 7 months in Germany. I had to have a reconstruction of my colon. I went to prison twice because of what I believe.
Oh, now don't see, I'm saying don't finally read inside the country now, so they talk to you. Hey, I wonder where Nigeria they head to. Maybe inside Canada, now they go. Tinubu, oh, Tinubu, 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 Tinubu. Emi lokan, ooh. Oh, everybody's now crying. Say, don't finally read, oh. As they talk to you, where do we go from here? Where do we start from? People now cannot even afford to take beer like they usually do. This thing is hitting harder. If people can no longer afford beer, my people, because beer has practically solved part of the problems of mankind, because when people take beer, they tend to calm down. Now, let me quickly take a look at that. As Nigeria's economy woes appears to have no end in sight, the Chief Executive Officer of Nigerian Breweries PLC, Hans Esadi, has said the situation has affected their business operations. Esadi, who spoke on Monday during the company's investor call following the release of its 2023 result, explained that the current economy has affected citizens to the extent that they can no longer afford to buy beer. It has been unprecedented year for our business in Nigeria. Bloomberg quoted Esadi as saying, "We saw a significant decline in the mainstream larger market as a result of Nigerian consumers no longer able to afford a go bed after a hard day's work." The firm explained in its financial report that it suffered a 153 billion naira foreign exchange loss due to the devaluation of the naira for the year ended December 2023. For the period under review, the company grew its revenue by 8.9% to 599.64 billion naira from 550.64 billion naira. Net finance expense rose significantly by 449.97% to 189.19 billion naira, dragging the brewer to a loss of 106.31 billion naira from a gain of 13.19 billion naira at the end of 2022. So they are complaining seriously that the economy of Tinubu is dragging them to the mud and their company is running seriously at loss. So Nigeria is collapsing before our eyes very, very fast. Now let's go straight to the update here concerning this Herbal Cure Center. I beg, those of on our way they get anything. I don't even know whether Nigerians don't chop. Shall this country self don't finally read. I beg, make una patronize them. They get Ogbonge medicine and they sell abroad. Do this medicine Ogbonge herbal medicine where they cure any sickness at all. If you get TB, if you get a hepatitis, so if you get malaria or body pains, then get the medicine we go cure and care and it is guaranteed. Female fertility is for those women we be say they get issue to get belle. Man we be say they feel doing work as a man. This medicine no ga pata no be manpower where you go just take to do work sharply and tomorrow you still be taking again. Loriro, this is a cure. And it is tested and trusted, believe me. I go see you now for the next one. Don't forget to share this video, make it go viral. As we take CM so, now so we take the talk. Thank you.